see. We're gonna see what happens here. We are live. Blasi
Are we live?
We are live.
coming to
Blasi
you.
has said that he has a surprise, and I do not know what this is. Blasi, please by all means join us.
Having some video problems here, but I think we can straighten it out. You have to give me just a minute here. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Which one do I hit?
Suspense is
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is
my
happening?
Lord.
Who is that there behind me? None other than the lovely Farrah Fawcett.
I thought that was Farrah
Yeah,
Fawcett.
trying to get
What a
outside and
view
outdoors
you have
today.
tonight.
Oh yeah, fantastic view. You know,
I love this.
fantastic
I love
view.
this. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, you're just carrying on the momentum
That's
from the exclusive.
Transformation Day, baby. Transformation Day. Got the flat brim hat, got
Transformation
the glasses, got the sleeveless shirts. Even busted out tonight. The air bubbles.
Yes.
And there's a reason for this, Brantley. There's a reason for this. Like, it's more than just this. I mean, we got a big night tonight. We got a special guest coming to join us.
Oh, boy.
And I believe they're sitting there waiting on you to bring them in.
Oh, my God. They are. You're right. No way. This is amazing. The technology. This is the surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about him on the Brian Edwards show. He was revealed early. This is a character that has been building for a long time. He is coming to us live from the LeBoogarage. Ladies and gentlemen,
Boog.
Mr. Boog, Brant Marshall. Unmute your mic there. And I think I got it unmuted. And
Is he
holy
unmuted?
cow.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, coming in nice
Just
and
want to make
smooth.
sure y'all could hear me properly. Learning
my
all these
Lord.
new
Second, I gotta do
mics and
something behind
whatnot,
the
you
guy.
know.
It looks like someone has been at your house and set you straight
Did you not
up.
think I was in here with
Oh! I thought it was the It is the LeBoogarage!
It is.
Oh, my God!
First time out of LeBoogarage tonight on your show. Happy to
Oh,
be
my
here.
Lord. I thought this was just the background at props, and I was trying to put it together. There's so many little surprises and so little many inner Iggies in our inner circle happening
yeah.
right now.
Yes.
This is wonderful. We
This
are
is
live from the
wonderful.
LeBoogarage.
Well,
ladies
this
and
morning,
gentlemen.
I had to get my blood work in Panama City, and I got back about 8 o'clock from the Panama City, and Blasi, the posse, was blowing me up. And I was like, oh, Lord. I crawled back in bed for a second. He goes, hey, man, you want me to bring over the Getup? We'll go live tonight, surprise Tigs. I'm like, sure. If we're going to do it, let's do this thing. Let's get it rolling. So now here we are.
That's
I
it,
love
baby.
it. I love it. It explains your, hey, you going to be doing this from props? Oh, yeah, I think it'd be fine. Or something like that's what you said.
Yeah, I think I'm going from the
It all
studio.
makes sense now.
Going from the studio. That's why I had to bust out these fat man dunks. You know what I mean?
This is worthy. This
is
is
worthy.
worthy, ladies and gentlemen. Look, got a lot of people. Got to say hello to everybody. Paul Rogers, he says it's always great when we go live. Yes, sir. We always appreciate you being right there with us, man. Stacy G, everybody
G.
loves Tigs Bits. You know, we know that is true. Brian Gilson is in the hizzy. He says, how we doing this evening? It couldn't be better. Absolutely could
Freaking
not be better
fantastic.
at this point. What a surprise. Bubba Fan 69 is in the house. He says, yo, 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 let's do this thing. Hit that thumbs up. Yes, y'all please, please do that. And he also says that we're saving him from the last hour of boring work. So that is amazing. Oh, the chat rat queen. Miss
Oh,
Morgan Elizabeth is in
wow.
the house.
Heck yeah,
Oh,
man.
yes.
Awesome. Welcome in,
Wow.
Morgan.
Thank you, Morgan. Thanks for
Yep.
chiming in
Alex
with us.
Stein, Primetime 99. She's the she's the chat rat queen, man.
That's
of
exactly
all
right.
of all the folks in there.
Oh, yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Mr. John Co. And I had more in the tank. Those lungs are working, my friend. Oh, we have Riley's friend Charlie. Charlie's in there for VR. Okay, what's up, Charlie? I love that. I love that. So we're going to keep it clean. I love it. Timothy Fitzpatrick is in the house. What's up, Tim?
What's
Bubba
up?
Army in the house, baby. I love it. I love it. But man,
JR.
we haven't. Yeah, I was going to
Where
say.
are you?
Talk to us, JR.
What's up, guys? I'm actually back on the tour bus. I'm on the crew bus again, where I was last week, I think, when we did a live.
Yeah.
And we are currently at a KOA campground in the Wisconsin Dells, up in central Wisconsin, about an hour north of Madison right now. We played a show last night in Louisville, Kentucky. Played the Louisville State Fair, big full house there. Good times.
Yeah.
Real good times. Played a little cornhole in the parking lot, left there. Drove up here to the Dells. We're going to continue on. We've got a show tomorrow in Minnesota and a show Saturday back in Wisconsin, and I should hopefully be home Sunday. Last week, we went to Alaska and played a show. I hadn't talked to you guys since then, but it's supposed to be a 36-hour trip, turned into about a 50-hour trip. Trying to get home was brutal. I'm a little jet lagged still from all the time changes. Didn't sleep and eat right since I got home, and then partied with my old friend Casamigo last night. And
I figured that
this morning, come to at the crack of 1 in the afternoon today, and realized I had missed our podcast. And
straight up missed our podcast today. Our recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a couple
That's a valid reason, JR. It's a valid reason.
I mean, sometimes when you're a rock star, you got to do rock star shit, boys.
That's right.
So I had a few high gravity cold toads today, and then played a little cornhole. Had a sandwich, put one in the air for good measure, and here we are, 7 p.m. live with you fine gentlemen and all the Bubba Army and the Tigs wigs out there, ready to rock.
JR, I'm just happy I finally get to meet you.
Yes.
Yeah, you too, Boog. I've heard a lot about you, brother. Pleasure to finally meet you, man.
Gulf Shores ain't far. You're not far from here either. You know how it works.
No doubt, definitely. I told my wife the other week that we got to go over there and stay with Blasi and him and go to Props and do the whole experience here when the touring season
and come to
LeBoogarage.
Yeah, and you have to come to LeBoogarage.
Oh, definitely.
And
Great setup you guys got. Looks beautiful.
It is. It doesn't do it justice, though, because we had to sit in two places where it was convenient and all worked out. So I'm just facing outward. I did get this fine picture of the most beautiful woman to ever walk the earth, Farrah Fawcett, behind me. But you just got to experience the whole set. It's the whole, and it's the energy. It's probably more the energy than anything.
I feel it.
We got jukeboxes over there. There's 1, 2, 3 TVs. We got Tigs bits going on the TVs over here. You can't see the rest of it. But
I get to see the one-man posse across from me, which is kind of cool.
How good is that, Bug? And look how stellar he looks tonight. As our buddy Texas Hillbilly says, Blasi looks straight pimp tonight. He does. He does.
New look, man. New look. Put on a whole new deal. If I'm going to be Blasi to one-man posse, I got to come a little harder, I think. You know what I mean?
You do, too. I think you do, too. We discussed that on our
get those appearance fees
exclusive podcast today. It will be dropping at 6 a.m. tomorrow, apparently. So they are off. Seth emailed me, Blasi, and since they're off this week, he said, so I wasn't crazy.
We were listening to recording.
We were listening to a repeat. Yeah, which kind of further goes along with my point that I make in our show. But anyhow, we had us a good time. Blasi came in with this amazing Getup, and it just set the tone for the whole day. Honestly, I've had a little pep in my step all day long just from looking at Blasi. It just makes me freaking happy. Austin Dennis is in the house.
Oh, big
Look
Austin.
who he found. Man, what a fun show. That was one of my favorites that we've done.
Thank you for that. Nice, man. I use that stuff. I've used it already. I even made some pickles today, and I even threw that, It's for anything, ain't it? Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I got mine. Thank you, Austin. I'm going to do a proper picture and post with the two rubs and seasonings you sent me. And I'm like Blasi, absolutely cannot wait to use them on something. I actually finished off and over seasoned some chicken legs the night before I left, trying to finish up a can of Rouse's Cajun seasoning because I want to have plenty of room for my my stuff Austin sent. So it's up there. It's on standby. The next time, I think I'm actually this week. I'm home 2 days this week, and I want everybody to know that I've got to go up to New York City next week. We're going to play Fox and Friends Friday morning. So y'all check that out. Our buddy Randy Hauser's going to be there with us to do a few songs.
Nice.
I don't really usually watch those shows, but they're fun, and I know a lot of people do watch.
Or tomorrow?
Yeah. They'll be next Friday, a week from Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we'll make sure to tell everybody again, put that on your radar, set a reminder, holler at. I'll be lurking around in the background with my Bubba koozie, as I always do, trying to get it on national television. So y'all check us out on that. But my 2 days at home this week, I think I'm going to try to do an elk steak one day, because I love getting that good elk, that good energy when I'm home if I can. And I cannot wait to try that anything, anywhere sauce or rub he sent on my elk steaks this week. I think that's going to be the fire.
Yes, it is. Looks like word on the street, according to Austin, is JR's now an Auburn fan. So, I mean, breaking news here at Tigs Bits. I love that.
Talk about a heel turn. Talk about a heel turn.
I love it.
That'd be ultimate.
I love it.
I ain't got the energy, but I promise I will dive into what I think about Brother Austin here and his whole whatever you call his deal at some point. But I'm gonna save it. I'll let him stew on it for a while. But Bubba, you got one coming. I can tell you that. It's coming.
Yes, I love it. I love it. That just makes the show a lot more fun, doesn't it, Boog?
It does. It does. I don't know Austin personally, but I do follow him on Instagram, and I'm all in. Hey, you can send some my way.
You should send some his way, Austin. Boogalicious, the LeBoogarage. What an entertainment center for South Walton County, number one. Some of the best get-togethers I've ever been a part of have happened right there in that garage.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Magic.
It's been a lot
here. And when he gets to DJing, his DJ system's right behind him. He is the best he's the best DJ in all the land. Like
that's a fact.
He can look at the crowd, know what you guys want to hear, and then he can just get that. He can lay it out just right. You watch football games, any DJs in between, during commercials, comes back out of it, right back. I mean, even Super Bowls, there's a DJing process going on here, dude. It is an absolute.
It's more of a show,
It is a show,
like,
and that has been the standard for 20 years that I've known you, Boog.
I have the 3 different TVs on different channels along with my music. So depending on what's where, some nights I may have a game on over here, but have some old MTV videos over here, and then my own music over here, and I just can manipulate it around as we want to see. It's that's the fun of it,
He's so good. He's
it's
so
like
good.
I'm trying to spaceship,
Says it. Bubba Fan 69 says you're not better than Macho Man, though, and that's true.
Not trying to be. Not trying to be.
He does. I mean, maybe we need to start a Twitch channel. Go over there and let y'all hash that out.
We could
have a big
DJ.
I think everybody would win. I mean, who loses that? No one.
All
Not
for the fun and laughs and smiles.
Austin will be happy to send you some, brother. So
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I will send him. I will send him your
finish
info.
the introduction just really quick on this, and then we'll move on and talk and chat. And there's 1,000 things to talk about. But dude, Boog is legendary. This is Walton County. He is legendary, man. He's been a restaurant bar owner. He used to have one of the best, coolest places. Had Stage 13 on it, man. You would go there, just absolute blast I've had in that joint, man. Some of the best shows I've ever seen are there because he just created and captured this energy. But then, damn oil spill happened and all this other stuff, the BP oil spill, just kind of wrecked everything on that. But, man, the LeBoogarage has never stopped, never died. If you're from Walton County, if you've lived here for any period of time and you've been invited over here to hang out, it's like a special privilege. This is where it's at, man. Like, it sounds like I'm overselling. I'm really not.
You're not.
It is really where it's at. It's the funnest, coolest nights. We'll get into rap battles over here. I've never done a rap battle in my life, and he'll bring out the rapper in me, dude. Next thing we're freestyling in here, and I was like, dude, dang, this is kind of, I want to come back to Boog's Garage and do some more freestyling,
We've talked about doing that on a show, Blasi.
We
have.
I do call it the spaceship, and I get my control center and I can start controlling things and I can look at attitudes and people around or change this or that. The whole point is to get everybody to smile. And if you're grooving a little bit, you're probably doing better than not. But there has been everything else under the sun that's happened here. And my wife recently did start taking over the garage again. And she thought it needed a little, grown up a little bit, cleaned up, clean the air a little bit. Because everything in the world's happened, good and bad. But now we're here onto this. It's a new updated spaceship. I feel like we just, like the Millennium Falcon just got a new oil change,
New and improved.
We like to fly around. We'd like to fly around fast.
Yes, he does.
And we don't even leave the garage. We just sit here and do it.
And that's key.
correct.
He never leaves here. If you want to hang out with him, you come to his house.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
mean,
red
that's-
light I put on the outside. It'll let you know if you're driving by. If the red light's on, that means you can come in. And that's
That's
how it
been
is.
the rules for years. I love
Exactly what it
that.
is. You
How
just
is the
loop
pond
here.
in there by your house? Are they still cranking out some nice?
It's been fished
Largemouth
out.
or-
People found it. All the big bass are gone, and everything.
Ah.
The whole pond now has been developed. So
Oh,
the
really?
Lake Alicia has changed a little bit, but it's
No.
Yeah, they just cleared the lot right behind me. I don't know if you can see the gap.
yeah,
up
right
there.
across the
I
street.
do
from me.
see
I've looked
that
at-
gap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were dropping trees today when I got
Oh.
here.
For
setting
20
up.
years, I've looked at those trees. They're gone, but that's just the way
Yep.
it goes.
Yeah.
that's progress. That's change. And sometimes
progress.
you just have to embrace change, don't you, Boog?
That's right. It happened in front of our face fast. You might as well get on board, you know.
I always
Get
think
left
about that
behind.
song in the song "Grandpa" from the Judge. That line when she says, "They call it progress, but I just don't know." You know,
It's true.
That's
So
true. That's
it ain't nothing we can do
What a
about it.
song.
But yeah.
It's
You ever
sad to
notice?
see-
You ever notice none of the Judge records ever had any electric instrumentation on it until she went to just Wynonna?
I did not know that. Like
No,
It's
I
all
had
acoustic
not,
stuff.
but you're
Yeah.
They
exactly
didn't want
right.
anybody. They didn't want anybody mudding up their vocals. They didn't want anything to try to outshine their vocals. So they did it all acoustic and real open and not electrified and loud. No loud guitars or drums or anything. So they could showcase the vocals more. Then when Wynonna went solo, got a new manager, all that. Then you start hearing the rock guitars on that stuff she did in the '90s.
Well, of course
Yeah.
you would know that. Of course you would know that.
I did not know that.
Shocker of the year.
I didn't know.
I did not know
That's
that.
there you go. There's a clip.
Listen
Great
to
job,
let's go
there,
listen
JR.
go listen to one of them old Judge songs that you love, and you'll think, "Damn, there it show is. It's just an acoustic.
No,
there ain't no
Never,
no
ever
electric
put any
guitars
thought
in
into
there."
that.
They're
Since we're
playing
talking
through my
about the
head
Judds,
right
can-
now, and you're right.
Since we're talking about the Judds, can I tell you one quick story about Ashley Judd?
Why wouldn't you?
Please do.
Love it.
I got to work at the Super Bowl back in the day. My mom would hook us up with the Associated Press, so I'd work on the sidelines as a film runner, this and that. Well, that year, Ashley Judd was there. Yeah, I did. I got close enough to sniff her. Sometimes you just got to walk by and sniff the hair, you know? She,
Yeah.
Like a
Little
Dude.
Biden move, huh?
she thought it was
That's
kind of
right.
weird. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing. I just sniffing your hair."
Just wanted to smell you.
And I got to. And it was fun.
Yeah, check that
It's a
off the
little
list.
weird, Bug, but I love it.
Well, hey,
Well, I mean,
the-
I mean, when you walk by her, you just want to you want to see what she smells like a little bit.
You know
right.
your scent.
Well,
What does she have?
Bug, you got to use the move I used on Wynonna the first time I met Wynonna. We're backstage at this event in Nashville. There's a bunch of people there, but I seen her over here, and we're walking towards this hallway, and I saw it. I said, "Here's my shot." And I was dressed up nice, so I just went right in. "Hey, how you doing? Been a while. Good to see you." She didn't know. She meets a million people. She didn't know if she'd ever met, but she hugged me. I got a hug out of her the whole day. Well, good to see you too, honey. I was like, "We'll see how we got to go. Our things later. See you later. Good to see you again." I ain't never met her before, but it worked. I got a hug from Wynonna.
Strong
She
move.
did.
See?
She did sing.
Strong
She did
move.
sing the national anthem for that Super Bowl. That's why Ashley is there. So when I was sniffing Ashley, while Wynonna was singing the national anthem, and it was in New Orleans.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. She
It
was
was-
singing. She was singing as you got to sniff.
It was Tom Brady's first year New England Patriots and the Rams.
You were at that one.
Oh,
That was a
wow.
good Super Bowl.
I was at
That
that
was a
one.
good
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Ashley, Judd, and Wynonna were there. That's why I
There
got to
you
sniff her.
go. That's amazing. That is amazing. Aaron
Really
Ryan
else-
says that I guess since JR's here, we can assume that Justin Moore isn't the surprise guest at the DNC tonight in Chicago.
No,
You're in
not this year.
Wisconsin.
Not this year.
Not
Yeah,
this year.
no, not this year. I
don't think it'll be this year or ever.
one of our favorite. No, I saw one of our. Well, that kind of stuff changes, man. Democrats, Republicans used to be the opposite of each other 40 years ago. I did see our buddy and
It's crazy.
I know me and Tigs, one of our favorite all-time songwriters, and probably Blasi, probably Boog too. And Jason Isbell did a number at the DNC last night, I believe. And somebody said something about that. I don't listen to music for how people vote. You know what I mean? I don't. I like artwork by people, weird people. I don't know. They're weirdos. Who knows? So I don't get into all that. I don't care where Isbell does his number. I still like his songwriting and his stint with the drive-by truckers. So Whatever,
rock
brother.
it,
Do your
brother.
thing.
Well,
Yeah, whatever.
If you did that,
I never
would go
was one of
watch a
those that,
movie.
I hate Bruce Springsteen because of this or this one
Yeah.
because they're political. Hey, I tell you what I did like this week. One of my favorite things I've done, the best things that I've watched or heard or listened to was listening to Operation Pigmentation this week. I thought Craig and Rio and Seth did a great job on their show this week. And I love
how
Craig
good
and
was
Rio's
that?
take on what was going on from their point of view. On the state of politics and the parties right now, and what they saw at the DNC and some of that kind of stuff, and I thought that was just great. I can't wait to meet those two guys for sure.
I know, dude. I know.
Man, they kill it. They absolutely kill it, man. They're
Blasi,
so
you
good.
sound funny. I don't know.
I thought I
think your
did
mic.
too.
Yeah, I
I've
think
done
you're
something.
on your phone or something.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Well, it came unplugged. So.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's.
And,
what it
hold
is.
on, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Oh,
Yes,
there,
fine.
there,
Yes,
I wish y'all could. I really wish y'all could see my vantage point of
Smooth.
him when he's doing this. He's the man. Look at him.
Isn't he smooth as silk? Though? I mean, he's gotten so good.
Is that
at
better?
this.
Is that
I'm
better?
proud
Is
of
that
him.
better? How's that? How's that?
We ever-
Are we back
We
in
ever
it?
get him some real good equipment, boy, he's gonna be hell, I tell you.
I don't know how much better it can get, JR. And we'll be honest with you. I mean, we can get him a computer, but the mics are good as long as
I got a
it's working.
Shure MV7 and an iPhone 15. I think that's all you need in this world.
You have 4 Sure
I
MV7s.
have a lot of-
Let's
yeah,
be clear.
that's
a couple
true.
of them aren't real, but
Yeah,
that's
maybe all of them
neither
except for
here nor
one. Yeah, but Boog's on the other one tonight that I was using. I just switched to this one. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I like that one just as much. I just, I got 2 of them. That one's probably jealous. It's probably glad to be out tonight.
I'm working
know?
it, trying to.
Brian says
Yeah.
that you sounded like that was a little bit of a Sleepy Joe jab, but that wasn't a Sleepy Joe jab. And then Paul says super creepy Rob Lowe. It is a little creepy, Bug, sniffing people's hair.
It is. It happens.
But it's okay. Look, we all have
It
our
happens.
fetishes. It's fine.
You don't want to get you.
I mean,
don't
at every club I grew up, they walk by. You're like, you gotta see. Remember the moth syndrome? Like the moths will land on a branch, and they have to look for scents. If they find that scent, they will find that moth. It's kind of like the moth syndrome.
It makes at the same time he's kind of got a point.
Because I know you, Bug. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
moths really do find their companion through a scent. They just sit around and try to smell it.
Very true.
Something
Very
to
true.
it. I mean, people
Paul
put off
also
pheromones
says-
and people wear colognes and people put stuff in their hair. Like people are always adding to the scent. So like, why do they get so offended? I guess if you kind of catch up on that scent. Now I don't make a purposeful act to go sniff someone, but usually when they walk by you, you just kind of notice it. Whatever that
it
is.
was actually Judd.
I understand, Bug. I get it. But we got to give you a little bit of grief over this.
I don't know.
It's just
It
too
could be.
good of a.
You can
too
call
good
me
of a
everything,
thing to
but I
say.
mean, I would rather tell the true story than a fake story.
And that's
Yeah,
why
I
we
don't
love
know.
you,
And that was a real
because
story.
you don't.
I think it's
have
time
any
for
other
some.
things than the truth.
Speaking
It
of
is
some
time
scent,
for
it is
alpha.
time for some alpha. Yeah.
I thought you
Oh,
were
this
done that
alpha's
at the
so
top of the
good.
show.
Well, we got
did you
into
see
scents.
Give Bug
We
some
got into
alpha.
scents right here. Boog, you want some
Bug a little
alpha?
Yeah,
you need some
Bug,
alpha.
you need some alpha.
I mean,
Hey, Tiggs, you see who
the
just
moth
jumped in the
syndrome may
chat?
work.
No.
Ashley Judd
Get-
may come on.
Oh yeah,
Gary Cantrell in the house.
Oh yeah.
Gary Cantrell, what's up, brother?
Cantrell in the house. That is what
What's
I'm
up? I
talking
want to chop
about.
it up with. I want to chop it up with him on some music.
Yes, for sure. And thank you, Texas Hillbilly. $10 on that Venmo, baby. Thank you.
Thank you.
Texas Hillbilly gave me some
God
great
bless
advice.
Texas.
Give it up. Give it up.
God bless Texas.
With his own hands. Yes, sir. We gotta give a shout out to Texas Hillbilly because he changed. You did a good job, Texas, my brother. I changed that video with the turkey and put the good part at the beginning, put it out. That thing's rocking and rolling on YouTube now. So thank you very, very much for that critical criticism that I want to hear, that feedback, baby.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I need. Gary Cantrell is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Gary, the cocktail Cantrell. They
But
call him the Cantrell. I call him the cocktail. His name sounds like a cocktail. You sound like you'd order Gary Cantrell somewhere.
you
fine.
damn right. Yes, I'll have
You know?
I'll
like
have
that.
I'll have a Gary Cantrell.
Absolutely. I love a Gary Cantrell.
Sounds like he was
please.
used to. Yeah, or he was some kind of he was a big league baseball player back in the 60s and 70s. We don't know about. Was a stud. Everybody's dad thought he was so good. Played for the Pirates or something.
Or he's Jerry's brother, which is what I've always wondered. But that's a whole,
never know. Yeah,
are you Gary? Are you Jerry's brother? Because that would be awesome. But if you want to hire somebody to take some good videos, and make some short clips and do all of that kind of stuff, that multimedia type of thing, that is what he does. And I was looking, Gary, I see you. I was looking through the Bubba Army reels just to see like how many views they were getting. He's getting 60, 70,000 views, more than 100,000 on some of these clips and things that he's making, just rocking and rolling, dude. So Gary, I see you, brother.
He's a clip machine. Clip machine. He is. He knows what he's doing. We need to have some. Why don't we talk with Gary more?
Gary, while you're in the chat,
I want to talk. I want to get him on and talk wrestling and music.
Yes.
Wrestling music and how to get better clicks on clips. Yes.
Just have a whole conversation. We won't do this on a live. Let's just do a show, Gary.
Yeah, let's do it. Gary Cantrell.
I got a feeling he'll do it. I got a feeling Gary'd be down.
Yeah, I know he would.
Be a lot of fun, for sure. So
Gary's good too. Did you see the question that Gary posed to? Was it Jake Paul? I think.
Yeah.
That was such a good job, man. Like that was so money. Like I'm just kind of a big moment too. I've been in those press conference moments. It's a little nerving, you know what I mean? A little unnerving, I should say.
To say the least.
And dude, he nailed that. I was like, that was so smooth, dude. So yeah, good job on that.
We would have been just beating each other up, pretty much like, come on, say it, and then it would have never gone that smoothly. Because they documented that whole deal. Amazing. And Gary has a great YouTube channel well, where he's putting out some different videos, vlogs, I guess, if you will. And they're great, man. They're just fantastic. So, dude, he says he could talk music all night. I'm taking that as a yes. Oh, yeah, he says he'd love to do it. Let him know a day, and we'll do it. Boom.
Boom. Here we go. I'm going to write it over here so we don't forget, because we do that sometimes. We
ain't forgetting that one.
I know. That's why I'm writing it down, too, just to double
check.
check.
69 says that would be a great episode.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah, let's don't schedule it for noon on a day I'm on the road. So
we tried, JR. Thursday
I knew
was
that
the
wasn't
only
happening.
window of opportunity we had today. But
I knew that wasn't happening
if
today.
You missed it
that
because you got a little clipped. Man, I think that just makes for a great story.
He's a rock star.
Dude. We're fine.
He's a rock star. He lives like a rock star because he is. You know, that's what they do.
That's exactly right.
They travel the country playing music. And he had a day off.
All that's true, for sure. Cheers to that. But I was fired up to do this podcast this week. I had so many things running through my head. I had so many mental notes, had so many things I wanted to talk about. I had listened. I had done some research and, some prep work, and then shot that right in the ass by missing my sleep. Slept through my alarm, the whole deal.
As the editor-in-chief over here, that just means we got us a smooth week next week, and that makes your boy Tiggy very happy. So
it was good. I knew exactly what had happened. Like I was like, hey, listen, let's be honest.
Called it on the show.
He usually wakes up because this is your lifestyle. It's not like because you're lazy. You know what I mean? You work your butt off, but I was like, his lifestyle.
Work till 3 a.m.
Yeah, and it's like we're only about an hour, in front of his bed, in front of his wake up time. I was like, and he's on the road, and he's got a day off. I'm like, yeah. I said, I got my bet. He's snoozing right now. And JR, the one thing you did miss today, and we're going to circle back to it. Bo Wheels got brought up in conversation, and we had a little Bo Wheels segment. So I can't wait to get you to talk about Bo, because I didn't know that you grew up with Bo. Did you? Is it just me?
Is Matt English and is he back?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We didn't grow up together, but he moved to my high school for a few years there. I think he ended up graduating from our high school. He came his last maybe 2 years and went to high school with us.
So you knew him?
Yeah, we were always cool. He was older than me. Yeah, I knew him. And then going to Troy, yeah. But and obviously those Nats and E-bags, I knew a few of them before time, but Casey Taylor was my boy going into it, and Casey was basically like, "You're gonna be a pie capper, you'll be a loser the rest of your life." So that's why I'm friends. That's why me and you boys, But I like all those other guys, and Bo was always super cool to me, and we were cool then. And it's just weird how all that works when you're in college and your buddies are fighting your buddies and shit. But me and Bo always stayed friends. Got to catch up after that. I can tell you, talk about a fight though in high school. I watched him and another offensive lineman fight in the locker room one time when I was in about, I don't know, 9th or 10th grade. And these two monsters, they're both 6'3", just big old hogs back then. I watched them fight in the locker room, and that was one that's thinking, I'm not grown up yet. I'm still a boy. I'm not a man yet because I can't get that. I can't.
Dude, he's like a bull.
I don't
he's
want
like
none of that over there.
No. What's the over
and
and
the guy
fights?
and the guy he was fighting with, the guy he was fighting was his size too. And Corey, another buddy of ours, I don't know what they were mad at each other about, something during football practice and in the locker room after practice, buddy. I'm talking about these two monsters crashing in the lockers, and I mean thumping. It was brutal. He wasn't scared. Also, too, I'll tell you this fun fact on Bo. So their senior year, they went down to Panama City, as we all did. So I'm in 10th grade, I think, when he graduated. So I go down there with him, and I'm partying. And Bo's a grown man, and he had full chest hair. So he shaved it like it was an arrow. He shaved his chest hair, so it was an arrow pointing up at himself. And walked around the strip of Panama City with no shirt on for a week like that. That happened. That happened.
That's amazing.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, so we got into that a little bit, and that's a whole nother subject. But Bo's going to come interview me at my studio at the house. He on his podcast, because he's got a podcast. I don't know if you knew that. So yeah, I was telling him, I was like, yeah, it's kind of like a little bit apprehensive.
No, what are they doing?
We're gonna be okay. So do what now?
What are they doing on their podcast?
So it's just Bo, man. He's got this thing. It's called what's it called? What the
You had it plain as day in our podcast earlier today.
I can't read my own writing here. What's the big fact? No, like with Bo, what's the big something? I can't even read my own writing, dude. That is awful. That is horrible.
Wow. Well, I have to check that out. Yeah, good luck on that. I'm sure it's awesome, man. I can't wait to check that out.
That out.
Like, you never remember what it's called.
Earlier today.
I can't believe I can't.
Yeah.
What's the big idea? What's the big idea with Bo Wheels? Yeah, sorry about that. What's the big idea with Bo Wheels? And so he goes around. He's introducing politicians around here. Sits down with them one-on-one. He's done some things like that. He's got a pretty good production. He's got 3 cameras he runs. It's just crazy watching Bo being. He's like the new Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? It's like it's a whole different Bo. You know what I mean? Just so chill. This guy used to love to fight in college. I'd put over and under on fights, and I would walk into a bar. I'd see him there. I would leave because we're going to have to fight him. And it was like, this is awful. 300 fights, would you say, JR? Probably.
Wow.
He's been in 300. That's probably the over and under. I'm going to take the over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway. But yeah, that's Bo.
What do you think his win-loss record is in 300 fights?
You know what?
Percentage
he's made some. He's gotten some. JD, my buddy JD's taken him a couple of times, but JD pop shot him with a flashlight one time.
JD from Birmingham.
Because he kept telling if you got within arm's length of me, I'm going to punch you. And he was like, I just want to come talk to you. And he would come walking towards him, and JD would hit him. Like he was like, I'm not letting you get near me, big guy. You know, because he was fighting everybody. I mean, Bo's won way more than he's lost. Let me just say that.
You think it's 70%?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Yeah, probably 80, 90%. Yeah, he's a beast.
And the ones he lost, because he and the ones he lost is because he probably knew going into it the odds weren't good, but he did it any damn way.
Sounds like he wasn't the underdog in very many of these fights.
No,
not one-on-ones. He would call out 5 or 6 people at once. You know what I mean? Like, let's just do it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was whoever, whatever, whole group.
Sparkua.
I
guess that's how you say their name. I hope I'm saying that right. They never figured Bo for a podcaster, so they must know him. That must be some of y'all's guys.
Dude, he's doing a good job. Yeah, now I like Bo. We're having fun with that now because he and I were joking the other night and hanging out. I've seen him multiple times. He's a change. He grew up. He was a kid and he liked to fight. Now he doesn't. You know what I mean?
We go into this in our podcast, so y'all will get that at 6 a.m. I guess that's Eastern time, so 5 a.m. Central, baby. That thing's dropping early. I love it. They have no other live programming tomorrow, so we're it. So
yeah,
we got it somehow or another. I don't think we deserve it, but we're gonna take it. We'll take the primetime spot tomorrow for sure.
Oh, now what's his name?
That's Captain Sparky. What's up, brother?
Okay, there you go. Sparky.
Oh, yeah.
You had to respect him.
Oh, I
though.
was
He had
Sparky.
no fear. So yeah, we talked.
Yeah,
a little about that.
that's Boat Captain Sparky.
Yes, it is. Boat Captain
Okay.
Sparky.
I've heard
He's
y'all
got a
talk
fine
about it.
vessel up there, which I've never seen. I need to go and hang out with Sparky sometime.
Man, when I first moved to Nashville, Sparky, we had a then and we'd put it down on the river down by Shelby Park, downtown Nashville, and ride. Man, we had a blast. And he'd upgrade every few years to a bigger boat. Oh, so thankful for having a friend with a boat when I got to Nashville. It was awesome. Good times.
Oh, I bet so. I
love having friends with boats. I used to be that guy who had the boat. You remember that, Boog? I used to have my bass boat when I lived there. You remember it, Blasi?
That was a fine bass boat.
Best
Was that a
thing I ever
nitro?
did.
What was that boat?
It was a nitro.
That's exactly. I
20
do
foot
remember
nitro.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's still in great shape. I sold it. He's probably watching this right now to my buddy Chris Ferguson years ago. And the beautiful thing is, it's one of the most beautiful transactions you could ever have with a boat. All I got to do is just call Chris. Hey, man, you mind if I use your boat?
That's
No,
fantastic.
come on up. So, unbelievable deal for your boy Tiggy. I still have access to my old boat, but it's Chris's boat.
That's
It's
awesome.
I think it's been Chris's boat longer than it was my boat at this point, but I still call it my boat. Who are we kidding?
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You mind if I take my boat out tomorrow? Sure.
It needs running. I know you don't run it right. Let me go run this thing.
Go and pet that thing a little bit.
Yeah, I know what it likes. I started it. I'm its owner. No, but I hadn't been using it enough. That's a daggum problem. I haven't been able to fish enough. This show has prevented some of that, and that's okay. That's okay. I do want to know, chat that is out there. We got about 60 people watching. I don't know where they're all watching from, but we have about 60 folks in the house right now, and that's always great. What do you guys want to see us double down on in content? Do you want us to double down on talking about food? You want us to double down on music, sports, culture things, the things
World
that we do.
records.
World records. We got invited. Blasi, that brings me up to something I did want us to talk about that I said we would talk about tonight. It's funny comments that I've gotten. What's happening to you?
I got attacked by a moth.
The moth
I think.
syndrome's here. They're
It's
all
the
coming
right
in.
Oh, they're
my
coming
ear.
straight for that white light, dude. They're going to keep coming through
God.
the LeBoogarage
He
entrance.
said he had an assault on him the other night for the first time.
It's like that spray just put on me. The moth syndrome's here, happening now.
Boog, you don't have that thing that screen that'll just go down
Where at?
on
Behind me?
on your sliding garage door there. You know
No.
what I'm talking about? You ever seen one of those?
I'm
No,
not.
I mean that's Kelly wants to do. That's Kelly's new plan. She wants
Well,
to have
Kelly's
one that comes
right.
out. Yes,
Yeah, you should have had that years ago.
Oh.
she's the one that's done all this, but she wants that screen. I just keep my mouth shut and let it happen.
That's smart. That's the smart thing to do. It really is.
It's the only way to do it. I feel like.
There's a horse saddle behind me. Y'all can't even see it. He's got so much odd stuff here. You just come sit on a horse saddle and hang out with. I've sat on that horse saddle many nights just sitting there talking with Boog in the garage,
Yeah,
And I kind of start doing my head. I feel like I'm riding a horse,
There's
like
a
I'm
place
just
in
on-
Las Vegas. It's like that. Where
Yeah.
I think it's at the horseshoe. It's at the horseshoe.
I wanted my own
Yeah.
Tigs. I wanted my own horse saddle here. I've seen
Why
it different
wouldn't you?
places, and my wife's originally from Indiana, so we got this dirty ass box dropped off at the front door.
What part of Indiana?
She's from Albion.
Okay.
Not
I
Warsaw.
was thinking, I was about to say, I did not know this connection.
Anyway, so I got
Inner
this
Iggy's.
big box showed up to the front door, and I went out there, and there was a damn box with the top open and a horse saddle in it, and it stunk to high heaven. I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" Well, Kelly's friends had sent me a saddle so I can make my own saddle here for the garage, and that saddle has seen the whole garage.
I love that.
It is good.
I love that.
It's just fun when people get on it. They just get on it. That's what happens when you have a saddle chair.
I'm sure there's been some nice looking ladies have gotten on that too, Boog. Let's be honest with you.
They
Hope
all
you didn't
do.
smell their
They
hair.
all
But
feel like they got to. I don't know. They all feel
can't
like
help
they need
myself.
to.
I'm
for
about
some
sniffing saddles now.
Yeah.
What's
No.
going on here? It's getting
It's
out of
not
control,
blazing
guys.
saddles,
This is
it's
off
sniffing
the
saddles.
rails. This show is off the rails. That's too much. Too much. Sniffing
They are.
saddles. That's the name of an episode of a show, huh?
Hey, but it happens. People girls like to get up on that horse sometimes, I guess, because they.
We need video of this moving forward.
Yep. Are the
Paul
Chiefs and Bears
Rogers-
playing right now? Is this live?
I think
Chiefs
it is
and Bears.
live.
Okay. Okay. See, I got Chiefs and Bears over here. There we go.
Paul Rogers says, going back to the question I posed, music, culture, and sports. And Texas Hillbilly says music, food, Southern culture, and beer.
Yeah.
We do need to have a beer episode.
We do.
For sure.
We
Where
do.
really go in
I
depth.
totally
on beer.
agree.
I'd like to do that. That would be fun. So, yeah, I mean, makes a lot of sense with this
Kelly's
saddle.
here.
I just don't even know what to say. Like, I'm
Hey, y'all be
speechless
quiet.
with this.
Kelly just walked in the garage. Y'all be quiet. Just act like we're hanging out. Let's just act like we're hanging out. No, she
Don't
she
tell
stuck
her
her head in the
you're on there
door,
with me.
and I was about to wave. She said, "Do not call me out." I did not
I'm
call
not
you
going
out,
to call
Kelly.
her out, but hey, yes, Hal is in the house, ladies.
Oh,
and
Hal
gentlemen.
Laird,
He
the
says,
one and only,
yes, Hal
world
Laird,
record holder.
the most controversial figure in Walton County, says, "What's up, fellas? What the hell's wrong with Chad?
Nothing's wrong with me. I'm transformed.
Transformation Day.
Yeah.
Just get used to it, Hal.
It's a new
Okay?
me, buddy.
Is he at Boogs? Yes, Hal. He is at Boogs, and you are about
Come on over.
6 minutes away.
You can come by.
Come sit on the couch right here. Just come.
There's
sit,
a place for
Come on
you,
in.
Hal.
Did you see-
We got about another
Brantley-
30 minutes. Let's go. Get
Tiggs,
over
do you see what I told Hal about Blasi?
there. Let's see.
My response to Hal.
Oh, there we go. I did not. Hal, he's a big star now. We all just have to deal with it. It's so true. It's so true. It went away for a little bit. Like, I don't know what happened, Blasi, but you went to Tampa. I don't know if you could have been on a higher high. Then we hit this. We go in July. We hit this world record cornhole toss.
And I kind
then
of went into hiding,
somewhere-
huh?
Then you kind of lost your confidence somewhere from like July 10th until now. And then this guy's back. So we're back.
We're back.
We're
We're
officially back.
Stepping. You know what I mean? I got my
Oh,
fat man
yeah.
dunks. I'm ready to start stepping proper now.
Have you worn them?
Blasi's going to be living in a nice RV down by the damn beach. His kids aren't going to know how to get in touch with him. I can see how this is going to end up.
That sounds like an American dream.
As long as you
Except
have
for the
Star-
kids. I want my
We
kids
can
to be able to
do
get in touch
this.
with me. I'm not going to hide from my kids. You know?
They're going to try. You're going to be all rock starred out, living down by the beach, hanging out with musicians, playing damn bongos with Matthew McConaughey. Oh, I can see how they're going to be. Uncle JR, what happened? I was like, I don't know. We thought we wanted to be podcasting. He got famous, and now he's crazy. I don't know. Sorry, Hale.
He left.
Love you, buddy. You can move in with Uncle JR and Aunt Reese. Come on, bud. Oh, I kid.
love it.
I kid.
Xerxes has a question. I know
Yeah.
that there is no answer to this, JR, and hopefully we'll ask him soon. What is Justin Moore's favorite song to play? Do you know? Does he? Do you know?
Well, his favorite song he ever wrote, he always says, was "Outlaws Like Me." He said he really liked the way he finished and wrote that song, which I like that tune.
Yeah.
Playing live, I don't know. Probably not one of the long, breathy ones. Probably a rock song like "Hank It" or "Backwoods" or one of them fun rocker songs, I'm sure. And hell, probably the newest one we've got because he gets to play something new instead of the same 15 songs he has to play every night.
Right.
But
Yeah. No,
that'll definitely be a question. I don't know, and it probably rotates. You know. Yeah, and we do stuff when we do covers in the encore. He'll drift in and out. There'll be one he really likes for a couple of months, and another one, and this and that. So that's a good question, but a hard one to answer. We'll have him on and get it from the.
We'll go directly to the source and ask him.
Can't wait to catch up with him.
Yeah, that was that night at Denham. He played Hank It in the encore. I was so freaking pumped. I wanted, I was like, I wanted Home Sweet Home because of the Motley Crue connection and Motley Crue for me. But then I got Hank It, and I could totally live with that.
Yeah, I got Home Sweet
too.
Home. I got Home Sweet Home. Oh.
Yeah, you got Home Sweet Home. and I got
Unbelievable.
another one.
Yeah,
I can't
great.
remember what he.
What a
called
fun
it now.
show. I know we've talked about it, but dang, what a fun night. I was thinking about that again the other day when I was setting up my new Instagram and Facebook. I'm trying to actually, Brantley just gives me hell because all I've got's X, and it's like, you got to get more out there, man. I was like, okay, dude. And I was trying to set some pictures up, and I found that picture of me and Hale sitting there side stage, JR and JM in the background, and JR. I got some photos there too. So yeah. Anyway, I'm still trying to set all that up. I'm kind of nervous about the buttons on all that though. I feel like I'm gonna do something weird.
Instagram's a whole other animal. Man.
It is.
There's like 48 million buttons you can press. You don't.
They kind of scare me.
Length or dude. I'm still figuring it out.
I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
boys, I've got to go and check. I'll be right back. I know that it's interesting day for your boy Tiggy. My daughter is moving into her apartment. She's going into her junior year in college.
Nice
semester. Yeah. And
congrats, Haley.
Thank you, she would say. And she was supposed to move in tomorrow. Tomorrow's move-in day. However, somehow or another, she doesn't ever mess this up. She misread it. I don't know what happened. I'm not blaming her. Haley, if you're watching this, don't get upset. I don't know. Don't care. We're going to get you moved in. That ain't going to be a problem. But move-in day ended up being today. She was working and all of that stuff. All of that to say that my wife is not home right now. She is helping clean at Haley's new apartment, and I need to go make sure that my boy has done his homework and is getting ready for bed.
I understand.
Just hit me, so I will be right back.
Hey, listen, when you
party going.
Well, listen, when you come back though, we're going to talk about dreams.
Oh yeah,
you didn't see that one coming, did you, Bug?
Oh yes,
sir. Y'all better hang. This is about to get really good.
Y'all keep this going
really
for
good.
About 5 minutes.
So
oh my God!
We'll move on from that until you get back. But,
I love it.
Hey, listen. Today I did make pickles for the first time, man. Like I pickled some. What I did is I took some cucumbers, I took some jalapenos, I took some banana peppers, I got some rosemary out of the backyard. I got a big rosemary bush. I got some garlic. Dude, and I pickled it up. And I kind of did a hybrid between the bread and butter pickle, more of a high deal, probably 70% deal with a 30% bread and butter action, right? Just to kind of soften it a touch, but still keep it dealed up. So we're going to see, man. Like that's the first time I ever made pickles. JR, you there?
Somebody. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Hey, Sparky just said that Tiggs really just had to take a dump. That's all that's about.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Tiggs had to go poo-poo.
I'm trying to get my wife out here to make me a drink, but she's just not taking my text right
Watch
now.
this, though. Hey, hold on. I'll be right back. You know what? One can take a break, so can I, right?
There you
I
go.
can make you a drink.
JR, what's happening, brother?
Sir. Hey, how are you, Boog? Man, I don't know how you got so unfortunate to have Blasi live down the street and to have Tiggs as a neighbor there for a little while. But God bless you for all that. You'll be the front row seat for this transformation from my friend Chad Blasi into Blasi, the one man posse, and all this glory that's about to be bestowed upon him. But you know, like I do, you know him a long time too. It sounds like he's as good as they get, and whatever he gets is because he worked for it and he deserves it. So I'm happy for him. But I told him it's weird because I always looked up to Blasi because I still do. He's a few years older than me. We were in college, and it's hard for me to rib on him. But I have to. That's part of the gig. I got to rib on him. You know, I got to stay on his ass. You know, so it's still weird for me to do that. But I love doing it. And it's even funner when he's not there. And I don't have to look at him when I give him shit because you know what I mean. But and you know that whole ploy he just used. He just had to go take a shit too. So him and Tiggs are in there passing notes underneath the stall in some bathroom in a little girl's room somewhere. I'm sure.
No, yes, I know. I've known Chad since I moved here, I guess in 02, 03, Tiggs, probably after. Oh, I don't remember. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. And they've mentioned this show to me for a long time. And I just kind of stayed out of it. I'd send them like my DJ channel behind and just send music in the middle of the night to them for fun and stuff.
Right.
So finally, I didn't know if this was my thing, I could do this or not, but I followed the show and watched, and I figured, I got nothing else going on. Might as well join the fun. So I'm
absolutely
happy to be here and happy to meet you.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm glad you did. They've talked you up, and I'm glad. I can't wait to come check out the studio garage there. But you need to jump on with us from time to time. Where you said so you moved to Walton County in around 02. Where were you before that? New Orleans area? Is that where you're from?
I was in Ruston, Louisiana.
Ruston, okay.
Straight up Ruston high boy into La Tech, and that's my thing. I root for LSU and SEC though, but I still love my dogs, and I love my Ruston high football too, and sports.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had speaking of Ruston, Louisiana, boy, I had some good times there over the years at Rab Steakhouse. Playing shows.
My best friend.
Yeah. We back in the day, way back in the day with Wayne Mills, we opened for Gary Allen there in probably about '04. And that was a big deal. I remember going in the back, and when they paid the bands, they had all the picnic style tables up front where they ate dinner that night. Well, after the show, nobody's in there eating dinner, but that's where they had all the cash stacked up on these tables from the door gates and stuff back then. And they probably had 10 full-size picnic tables full of stacks of cash, and I went in there to get paid and was like, oh boy, and they reach over and give me one little old stack to give to me, and I'm like, oh man, wish we was getting the rest of that stacks, you know.
They were making the money there for sure.
That brings it all back, doesn't it, Boog?
Well, I mean, that's where, Russ and the Grambling line at that time, you had to go to, at least in Grambling, until you could get liquor, and Rabs was right over the line, so you could get out there and do all that, and that was a fun thing. My whole time at Tech, we just had the beer and wine coolers. We'd have to go to Grambling or to Rabs to get that. Now Russin's gone full, college town. It's a great place. Love it, miss it. Glad I don't live there no more, but that's not a bad knock. I'm happy to be where I'm at here in Walton County.
I love it.
I
love it.
He sounded like a county commissioner.
You guys
he really did.
But by the way, the Russian High Bearcats did win the state championship football this last year, so that's a shout out to them.
Nice.
And a shout out to Frazier Hogan.
That's right, Frazier.
Frazier is on that on one of the trainers, I believe.
He's a strength coach. He keeps them in shape. Gets them tough.
Hey,
boys, I know stuff.
He does know stuff. Hey, I'll tell you something. Not to go off. We won't go off on this like very far at all because I got something I really want to get to, which is Dream. But I'll tell you something cool with Boog. Dude, he's got pictures of his dad standing side by side with Sam Walton. His dad worked with Sam Walton way back in the day, like the old early Walmart days. Man, they were. Like OG. He was his boy. He OG. That was Sam Walton's boy, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was. When I was 15. I got my driver's license. My dad had restored a '65 Mustang, so he said, my boss wants you to pick him up at the airport. I'm not really knowing who Sam Walton is at the time, but Walmart was store number 23 at the time. There wasn't a lot of Walmarts going on in the early 70s. This was later. I mean, I was 84, 85. Well, I went and picked him up from the airport. Sam got off the airplane in a white T-shirt and jeans and boots, and he got my Mustang, and I took him to the car, and I'll never forget that I didn't know at the time when I was giving Sam Walton a ride from the airport to the that he would eventually become who Sam Walton became. At that time, it was just my dad's boss, so I didn't really know, but that's the whole thing. I'm part of the Walmart family, and that's what life's given me, and I take it.
That's right. Exactly.
No doubt.
Absolutely. That's so cool though to see those photos, man.
I mean, actually, Sam Walton built this house and this garage, I think, for me, kind of, really.
Yeah, he most certainly did. He most certainly
did not know Walmart was building houses until you come here to LeBoogarage.
Yeah. To LeBoogarage. Before we transition over to what?
It's a true story.
It is a true story. But before we transition over to what we've tried to do for 2 years, we have recorded one of these shows where we talk about dreams, and it went off the rails, and we didn't have the technology to make everything sound good and all of that. If you guys want this to maybe leak on Patreon, you paying members, and there are a few of y'all in the chat right now, y'all let me know, because that could happen. It's worth it, but that's one of those deals, JR, we've talked about, like some things you just ain't going to give away for free. That show is one of them. So you're going to get a little more polished Night of Dreams. Possibly not. I see Boog shaking his head, and that's fine.
I forgot about that till now.
It wasn't fun. It's one of our better shows that no one has ever heard.
That was like my trial thing. I was like, no, I'm not good at this. You're just running your mouth, being crazy.
No, I disagree. I think it was fantastic. We all
ran our
mouth that night, and
years ago now, right? That was how many years
at least
ago?
a couple of years ago.
Like a year and a half ago, maybe. It wasn't that long ago.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
We were right on the verge of converting to going all video, but we hadn't done it yet, so we were still thinking about it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, anyhow, so Paul says welcome back.
Hey,
had to go
I got to ask real quick.
Honest. No, I wouldn't have been back this quick. I did have to pee, and
Hey,
I got my drink off. truth.
There you go. Multitasking. Hey, I got to ask real quick and mention this. I know we set up a fantasy football league for the Tigs Wigs and ourselves.
We did.
We did. How is that going? How many do we have roster spots left? How are we looking, Tigs?
No, we're done. It's full. It is full. We shut her down at 12 because if you want to have a super flex league, you certainly can't have 32 teams. There aren't 64 quarterbacks. And, it gets very interesting at that point. So we decided that, we left it wide open to see if, 18 people popped in that thing super fast, and we're going to have an 18-team league. We got 12, so we stopped at our draft. Is anybody listening to this? It is at 8:30, I do believe, on Tuesday. Anybody that is in the league.
Central time, right? Central
time, but it should be in your sleeper app. And the chat in the sleeper app on that has been going off. And that's
unbelievable.
I need to get involved with that one then.
Thanks to our friends. You're in it.
I know, but
you're in the everybody in this panel is on it.
That thing was going off last night to the point, like my Apple Watch on. Where's my Apple Watch? Anyway, I had my Apple Watch on, and I was like going, is this damn thing, like, what is going on? It was just bling, 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 bling. And I finally had to hop in there. I was like, something's going down. Like, I don't even know what day the draft is. I got to jump in here. Like, it could be happening right now. These could be picks coming in. I don't have any idea. So I jumped in there last night and caught up and realized when the draft is. 8:30 Tuesday Central Standard Time.
I've got my other fantasy draft at 7:30, so hopefully I'll be able to go with one and on to the next one.
Well,
man,
hopefully it's not also in the sleeper app because that can make
it's not. It's an ESPN deal.
You could be running one on the iPad on the computer. You'd be just double arming it here.
Yeah, it's just a draft.
I've got my draft Sunday for my main league.
You don't draft anybody but Alabama players anyhow, so who cares?
Yeah,
right.
I look forward
Give me all Alabama.
I haven't played fantasy in a long time. I look forward to this league.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. It's the only league I'm playing this year.
I saw our boy Mac'em Schmack'em Doo-Doo's in. That's got to be our boy Mac Lassiter, Blasi.
Oh, is Mac in there?
Fun fact. It's got to be Mac'em Shack'em Doo-Doo. That was the name of my dog in college, and so that's got to be my boy Mac. Up here in Silas, Alabama, God's country, Silas, Alabama. By God,
I love Mac. It's good people, man. Him
good dude right there, buddy.
Yeah, good makes people. A very good point here, Blasi. I was kind of thinking the same thing. I've heard you make a couple of mentions about it. Curate your notifications on your watch. Like I don't get any notifications on my watch unless it's a phone call. Like I've narrowed it down so you can choose what you want to get notified about.
Geeter truck just flying by. So, question is, what does the word curate mean?
Well, we'd have to look that up, Blasi.
Exactly,
but
Paul
I think
went highbrow.
Yeah, Paul did go a little highbrow.
He's telling me to dim it down.
Curate is
mix it up.
Yeah, curate. It means
you can lock it in.
I don't know.
Ways,
It ain't purate. We ain't purating it.
Al missed the league because you didn't pay attention for 2 days, dude. That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
It certainly isn't like we didn't announce it anywhere. It was more than announced.
I bet that guy, you know that guy, I've sent y'all a few things on Instagram that I follow, the Corey guy or whatever that does these facts. He'll take a word and he'll go back to history and tell you where it came from and why this got to be that and stuff.
Yes.
I bet he knows what. I bet it comes from, it's a taken derivative of some Latin word that somebody used, 1801, blah, blah, blah. Something. I love that guy's channel. I love that interesting stuff,
I do too. But the bottom line, Blasi, is you can go in, you can take apps off, you can curate.
You can curate that thing.
You can turn them off, which is what I had to do too. And it'll help your battery life.
Hal said it makes coffee.
Oh, coffee maker. I mean, it's like a Hawk Tuah type deal. Curate, you got to curate on that thing sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, she's a nice little follow on X.
She's great. She's done a great job.
She's funny.
She's great. She's funny as hell.
She's going with. She's just a good old country gal. Is what
she is, man. Just good people.
I think in about 6 months we can probably get her on the show.
I think so. I think when things settle down.
Speaking of dreams.
No.
Just like take that turn. We just hard right. We're going to dreams. Start us off, Blasi. How did we start that show?
Man,
Let's get back into it.
I'll tell you the thing, because for me, all right, so it started with like I was like having an idea for a show. Like I don't know about y'all, but like when I go to sleep at night, I guess it's a very involved process. There's a lot of activity that takes place like that. My dreams are very vivid. They're wild. They're imaginative. I deal with sleep paralysis a lot. Where I'm half awake and half asleep, and I'm seeing like some figure and monster in my house, and I'm still seeing like the actual angle of where I'm laying, right? But then there's a damn demon coming at me, and I'm like, okay, let me deal with this demon, but I can't move, I can't scream, I can't swing. Like, stay calm. It can't be real, but it is. It's right in front. So anyway, I deal with a lot of weird stuff at night, but usually it's good too. I sleep okay sometimes and have cool dreams, have great ideas. So we're just talking about dreams, like, hey, let's do what, that part of your life that it's just you and it's just the night and it's just sleep. And for some people it's calm and rested. And for others, it's it's like another world you live in. I wake up kind of exhausted, like, oh God, I had to, kill somebody.
Like Terrence Howard.
Yeah, man, exactly. Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Like, yes, I related with that, not to that level. I wish I could say that, but man, it's a high activity night for me every single damn night. So we got to talk about back to Boog. Let's get away from me. So Boog,
I'm a dreamer. I am
he's a dreamer. He's a
dreamer. Try to control my dreams. I've tried to learn how I can go in and out of them if I want to. If I feel like it's going good, I can bring myself out of it. And sometimes it's frightening, and sometimes you don't know if you're going to go back in. But once you want to go back in, I've kind of figured out how to go back into it. So I can make a dream last for a long time. Now, in reality, it's probably only 15 minutes.
Or maybe 3.
Right.
But then again, I feel like I can come out of it and wake up and go back in. I do. Kelly wakes me up all the time. I'm just talking to whoever I'm talking to in my dream. I'm a vocal dreamer.
Oh, you're vocal. You talk.
I guess the word a lucid dreamer. I kind of feel like I go through a lot of it. And I really like the song "Little Dreamers" by Van Halen because of Tigs.
I love that song, Bug. And I didn't know at the time that is why you love that song would be one that would fit you. Can you like wake up in the middle of the night, go pee, go back to bed, and like stop your dream, pause it, and then go back into it?
Yes, I've almost got myself. I can kind of not all the way, but you can get back on topic. You never know.
That's unbelievable.
There's some. Well, I don't know if it's. I mean, I feel like I'm doing it. So
how long have you been able to do this?
And I wake up every morning sometimes, and I'll be in sweat, and I'll look over and tell Kelly, I was like, that was insane. Like, I'm petrified for my life right now. I've been killed, stabbed, shot. I've done everything in the world. And then I've had some of the brightest times of my life. But, so sometimes my dreaming is, I don't know.
Hey, and Boog, to that point, that brought up the point that we talked about last time. It's like, it's crazy. You go through some crazy adventure like that. You've been shot at. You've fallen off a cliff. You've basically died. Then you have to wake up and go to work. You know what I mean? Like, dude, y'all know what I just went through last night? Y'all have no idea what I just did for the last 5 hours. Like,
I do wake up in the morning like sweating, and my wife's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "You have no idea what just went down."
Wow.
Tiggs, do you have dreams? Do you have dreams, Tiggs?
I do have dreams. I do. I dream, and sometimes I dream in color, and that's crazy. Apparently, that not everybody apparently dreams in color, and my dreams are very, very vivid. But a lot of times they are what has happened that day, or in the past couple of days, or something that's on my mind, or a song. And then it plays through. Like I can't tell you how many times I've heard a song and it's kind of stuck in my head. Like Grandpa is now stuck in my head thanks to the beginning of this whole podcast. And I hadn't even heard it, but it's stuck in my head. You know what I mean? And so that will probably show up in a dream, possibly tonight. I hope it does. But I'll have these dreams where all of a sudden I'm at the concert, seeing the song that I've been hearing all day long, and then I have an experience with the people around me.
You have a free show. You get to go to a free show after that.
I do. It's better than any VR set you could put on, too. Like, I wish you could somehow or another capture your dreams at night so you could then go back and replay them. Because
I'm with you.
How good would that be?
I mean,
my God, dream capturing system would be phenomenal, because I have to wake up and write that stuff down when it's really important and really vivid, and like I got to talk to somebody about this. I'll have a pad right there and I'll write it down. JR, let's talk. You're the only one that was not in on that initial conversation. That went for hours. That got way weirder too. But way weirder. But so your dreams, buddy, like what's your experience? First of all, I didn't realize anybody dreamed in black and white.
Really?
No, I thought everybody dreamed in color.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, my dreams all died when I got a mortgage. But no, I don't. Pop.
And that was a good. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, Jordan. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, boys, because I don't have dreams like that. I barely dream at all. I mean, there's been times in my life where I've had dreams. Now, back when I used to party, now I'd have some wild dreams and stuff, but not really anymore. Not that I, if so, they're short and I don't remember them. Nothing impressive. Last time I remember having big dreams, though, not in that sense, but like actually having a dream while I'm asleep, was when I was quitting smoking in 2018 or 19, when I was taking the Chantix. I took that for a week, buddy. And man, these were, like you're saying, these are marathon movie long. I could remember, I could wake up and write the whole thing down, but they were 6 hours long. People were there. They were in color. The music was there. I was eating food and could taste it in my dreams. I mean, they were wild.
Wow. I heard that Chantix was wild stuff, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, why don't we do this? Why don't we set up, instead of trying to break another world record for our next event, why don't our next event be at Boog's house? We all go there. We get Blasi to take on about his third day of Chantix, and we record Blasi sleeping. God. And then when he wakes up, he's got to tell us what his dream was. And record what he... As soon as he gets up, tell us what you dreamed, and then you just start spatting out whatever you can remember. That would be entertaining. That'll get us some clicks, boys.
We can just get them all. We just get them all here at the house, JR, and there's room for everybody. We just document the weirdness of.
Well, number one, Boog. One thing that has been proven tonight after an hour and 6 minutes, and since I'm going to mention it, I'm going to jinx it, just like doing a kicker in the NFL. But your internet has been more than stable, so which I'm not surprised about that at all. So,
well, that's a great point. And we ran tests today. I had him running tests this morning. I was running speed tests. You didn't think I didn't prepare for this?
Oh, I know you prepared. I know
we ran speed tests. It was a little sluggish what he sent me this morning. I was like, we'll make it work. I may need to get on the 5G on my phone, let you get on that. Then we got here and I realized he was on his regular internet and not on the 5G network within his Wi-Fi. And I was like, we just need to switch. We got it there. Oh, we're running it was beautiful. It's like, 300 over like 250 or something. It was beautiful. Like, it was like, oh, this is plenty of action. You know what I mean? So yeah, great internet here. Great internet.
I did have the CenturyLink.
The best internet in the world. Everybody loves really good internet, guys. It's the best internet ever.
Tremendous.
No one will ever forget it. Just like Kamala's speech tonight, everyone will forget it.
Everyone will forget it. No one will ever forget Boog.
Dreams.
I get it. Dreams a weird deal, man. It's like, like you said, it's a strange thing, man. It dominates me. And I used to, like, I was young, I could control the dreams too. I could go to sleep, decide what I wanted to dream about that night, and that's what I dream about. And it would be like, it was an adventure. And I used to be very adventurous, and I kept playing with that adventure too much to a point where the adventure became like, sometimes got dark and weird and scary. You know what I mean? It would always start off what I want to dream about. I want to be a professional golfer. I'm on the golf course. I'm playing the Masters. It's going well. Next thing you know, a grizzly bear is coming out of the woods trying to eat me. You know what I mean? I'm running through the woods. I'm being chased by a bear. Like, it's like, how did this, like, where did the golf course go? Like, why am I up a tree right now? And then a bobcat's coming after me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it would that every dream got twisted. Like, it was like, God almighty, So, but I've got where I can recognize them. I recognize I'm in a dream, but I can't wake up still. But I know this is a dream. You know what I mean? And I just roll with it. Just have fun. Hey, Boog, y'all want to get into Boog a little bit or not? Or do we just?
I do.
We got to, dude. This
Boog.
I'm just a simple man in a big ass world.
No, this guy right here.
We got to get into this. Like, let's let the people hear it. We got to give them what they want.
We were talking. I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna send you over to you. Like, so we were talking. Same thing. We're talking night dreams and this. He was like, yeah, I had these dreams where I'm flying, and I've had these flying dreams too. It's pretty crazy. I feel like I start flying and I get out of control. And I squeeze my legs. The tighter I squeeze them, the faster I go. And then I can't control it, of course. And I'm shooting out into space. But Boog has a different thing when he starts flying.
I believe I've learned how to fly in my dreams different ways. some of it's like you take a run start and you can paddle your way through it. And I felt like I could
Yep.
just go sometimes for like 50 yards and feeling good about it, you know? Just kind of floating across the land.
You just kind of go.
You could really freak out some people.
Oh yeah.
Because I would just
You
go
float
by
further
them
than
and
the
like
average
float.
bear.
I was
Yeah.
pretty good at it.
I do that all the time.
I felt like that was the beginning of my astronaut self and spaceship self and this and that. I was learning more how to fly. I used to have the dreams of flying all the time. Some are weirder than the others, and we don't have to get into some of them. But, I mean, one of them that really did shake me one time, I was flying, and in my dream, I thought I was peeing everywhere. I was like, you're flying and peeing everywhere. This is so fun. I woke up as a young
Free as the wind.
I woke up as a young 15-year-old boy with like a whole pants full of stuff, and I didn't. It happened, you know?
I mean, you're talking about somebody that likes to fly. You're talking about somebody that likes to fly, guys. This guy likes to fly.
I really thought I was flying and peeing and just thought.
I believe I can fly.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
I've had those. I have had those dreams back in the day. It's been a while, but I can remember. Same thing. I'm like, I have learned how to levitate, and you get awake, and you're
levitate.
like, shit, it don't work. But in your mind, in your dream, it's happening. Like I figured this out. I got this power now.
I get on the. I get on
like
the
you said, the whole struggling. You're like, and then you're like, I can do it. Look, y'all, I'm doing it. I swear, I'm not joking. Look, I'm doing it. That happened.
JR on the basketball court in my dreams, I'm the man. I can hang time for that 3-second shot and straight so everybody knows
the man.
What does the crowd do when you do it, Bug?
I can jump from about the free throw line and kind of like inch the way all the way to the goal, and then just rock it one time, you know. So I'm just kind of fun. I'm a flyer. That's why I'm a spaceship. I control my spaceship here, and at least here in the garage, we're traveling fast at 67,000 miles per hour around the universe. But we're really just here, and we're doing well. And we like to fly.
Wow.
Boog, ladies and gentlemen, Boog.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boog. Boog didn't pee his pants for the record. Like, we can't skip over that enough.
I pissed my pants, I guess.
No, you didn't. You
No, you didn't.
Pants. No. And y'all want to hear the exclusive Patreon where that is explained in clear and high definition.
High def.
Y'all just let me know, because I think I can probably make that happen. I've been sitting on that thing for a while thinking, like, is the internet ready for this?
Flying, man. Everybody likes to fly.
Everybody flies, Boog.
Flying's the best ever. That floating thing, though, is real, too. I'll do that from time to time. And I'll be, like, somewhere in a room, and I'm, like, hanging on something, and I can just, I want to get over there, and I can kind of jump off and kind of hold my breath and kind of go, like,
yeah, you kind of like just take a couple steps in the air.
Yeah, and I'm just like, look at me. I'm just kind of, don't never mind me. And I'm like, dude, I just travel like 25 feet. And I was like, do people realize what I'm doing? I've really figured this out. All you got to do is go jump and just go, you know what I mean? Just kind of,
my dream.
You just kind of float to the next spot. It's like, it's that easy. You just float from one spot to the other,
Levitating
20 to 30 feet at a time, you know?
I just can't without any help. Like, I just can't force a dream. Like, that's an amazing skill. I think if I
you have to think hard about what you want to dream about, and you have to will it. You have to make it happen a little bit. I guess it doesn't always go that way. It could be some weird,
maybe a cracked psyche. You know what I mean? Like, it could be a cracked egg.
The mind of a maniac or something. I don't know.
Did you just say that? Who just said that? Was that just in my head? Did you say that?
That's
a different voice.
That was my maniac dream voice.
I think Timothy Fitzpatrick is maybe not completely up to date yet with hadn't caught up.
Sports and food.
Sports and food. We're getting back
Once
to that.
again, we're getting way off.
We're going to continue to talk about sports.
Yeah, this is
the ADHD
good point.
podcast.
Thank you for
Hey,
thank you. That's probably what we need to do.
I'm with you, Texas Hillbilly 88. I was going to say that too. Now, back in my drinking days, and that's the worst. In your dream, you got to pee, and you find a bathroom, and you're like, "Oh yes," and then you come to and realize, "Damn, I'm still in bed. I ain't made it no bathroom." That was the worst.
I watched a buddy of mine that he would kind of sleepwalk a little bit, kind of probably like Blasi does, and because that's what it is. It's sleepwalking, but he was.
I don't walk though. I freeze. I'm frozen. I'm paralyzed. Sleep paralysis is totally different.
My boy was he was hammered drunk. Let's be honest. This was back in college, but also like he had been out for a while, and then in the middle of the night, he wandered into my buddy's closet, which was not the bathroom, and just went
Oh,
1 and 2.
dang,
Oh.
full, dang, oh,
Yeah.
deal, huh?
He did the 2 in a bucket. It was
Wait,
weird.
Wow.
Wait,
Yeah,
so he
there was
did,
like,
but
one
he
of those
found a
baseball
bucket.
buckets.
He found
Yeah.
that's good. At least he found a bucket.
It was on the baseballs. But
Oh man,
that's another story, another time, another place. as they
gosh,
say.
yeah. Thank God
Oh,
I've never
God.
done. I've never done anything like that. I have not. I've done a lot of weird stuff in my life. I've never peed in somebody's closet or like our buddy. I won't even say his
Not
last
that I
name.
didn't
Another
know
Bo that peed on. He was at his future wife's parents' house in Mobile, and he walked down, went out the night on Christmas Eve, and peed all over all the gifts under the Christmas tree. And next morning he woke up and all the gifts were out in the yard. And he was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "You peed on all the gifts, buddy." You know what I mean? He was like, he had to stand there and deal with all that. It's they're drying out gifts for Christmas so they can open up gifts. How awful is that? Anyway, I will not say his last name.
Wow.
Fontaine knows a guy who pissed in someone's suitcase. I don't know if that resonates with anyone in here, but look, hey, Brian may have dropped the one line, the best one of the night. He have a great night, everybody. He's got to run. The dog's got diarrhea. He don't want don't want this to end up being a real shitty night. See y'all next week.
Later, Brian. Thank you for coming
Love
in,
you,
buddy.
Brian. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, dude. Good luck with that. I hope to God they don't really have diarrhea. That would be terrible, and you would be having a shitty night. And our girl Morgan Elizabeth is back.
Oh,
We're
Morgan's
still
in the
here.
house.
We're still here, Morgan.
Morgan's awesome.
We're talking about dreams. Morgan, feel free to chime in. If you have any kind of crazy dreams in your sleep, that is not anything weird. That's what we've been talking about for a little bit.
It is.
Boog pisses his pants when he sleeps. Blasi freezes. JR
Sleeps,
doesn't
yeah.
dream. And Tiggy, I think I'm just probably normal, which is insane. Because
No, you're
I'm
not normal. You think you're normal.
I was gonna say
You're the worst
I wouldn't go that
kind.
damn far.
You're
I
the
just
worst
wanted to see
kind,
what
buddy.
that felt like to say that. I'll let that roll out of my mouth.
You're
Like,
far
I'm-
from normal. Far from
Okay,
normal.
Morgan documents them. She says that her dreams are wild, and she documents them.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm going to go ahead and say this.
Mine are
Blasi,
too,
Since we're
yeah.
just throwing out guests tonight.
Yeah.
Why, I mean, Morgan, would you be willing to come on our show and visit with us? Because I think
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be a lot of fun.
That would be fun. Bring the chat rat queen up
and
in the
chat
house.
rats
For
and-
sure.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Just spitballing, boys. Just spitballing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She got
Well,
all
look-
that. Alex Stein. She can help us do a deep dive on the outside. She's been there, I think, from the beginning on this whole deal. Like we can get some pretty cool stuff there of what her
She
perspective
says,
on
hell
all that.
yeah. We got her.
Yeah,
We got it. Man, that's two
That's
two
what
guests tonight.
Two
We
guests
set up.
tonight.
It is.
This has been a stellar show, boys. I mean, it really has.
love it.
Fantastic.
It really has. I think I wanted to go in, and I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not going to do it tonight. We're going to begin to wrap this up. We try to always bring this spaceship in around an hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes when we go live. And we've had a good crowd in here tonight, so we appreciate everybody. Look, if you're not following us
thank you,
right
guys.
now, hit that subscribe
you.
button. Hit
Yes,
that
please.
like
Thank you.
button where you're watching it, wherever you're watching this. Help us out. We're growing, man. We are definitely growing. But next week, I want to get in. We may save this for the Bubba exclusive even, boys. But I have a ton of funny comments that have come from some of our TikTok and social media videos about food and about cooking. I think we'll save that for another show because some of them are just flat out ridiculous and they ain't going anywhere. We'll do
Haters
this
gonna
next week,
hate.
but haters are hating, dude.
Oh,
you gotta
haters
like,
are gonna. That means you're arriving when haters start
It
hating.
does.
That makes me feel good. I'm so happy to hear that. Like I'm not
It does.
happy that people hate us. It's just I know that goes along with the process of growing and
Here's
and,
the thing,
and
Blasi.
getting better. You know.
They don't hate us, brother. They hate themselves.
Oh, 1,000%. It's
Yeah, they're mad at themselves. So I pray for you guys that just want to go all negative all the time and just bash people who are making videos because you don't have the balls to. I pray for you to get a pair of balls, go try it yourself, and see what happens.
Yeah,
Other
no,
than that,
Hey,
that's all I
I'm-
got to say
I'm
to
with-
the haters.
I'm with Megan though. Hell, I let them come. I hope a bunch of people hate the show and watch it and spend many hours watching it and hating it. That way we get a click every time they hate it. Just click something else on there. Click stuff when you hate it.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
She's exactly right. Haters gonna hate.
Because I mean, I look at Justin stuff, and I know we play to thousands of people every week that love it. And you go on there and something, it'll be 4 real fans say something nice, and then about 30 D-bags just say some stupid shit. And I'm like, what? You don't have. It's like I don't go and find some TV show I don't like and go talk smack about the actor because I don't like the TV show. I just don't watch the damn TV show. But most of that stuff is bots. It's fake. It's Russia. And not sound like a conspiracy person, but it really is. I mean, you know, Rogan and them did a deep dive on it. They found out 80% of the damn accounts on there are bots in some farm. It's a bunch of bullshit. And people want to spread negativity. That's where it comes back, and that's why they live in a, you know, that's why the things will happen to them the way they do. Spread love, spread positivity, and it'll come back tenfold. That's the way you need to roll. And but I'm with Megan. I hope all the haters click, like, subscribe every day, all day. Bring it.
It's
Morgan.
Morgan. Sorry,
you're close.
Morgan.
You're
I
close.
apologize.
She called you based. I don't even know what that means. I'm not
Solid.
a millennial.
No, he's speaking. Yeah, he's based.
Okay, I love that. So see, I'm so
he's keeping it real. You know what I mean? Like this. Yeah, there's nothing fake about what JR said.
Blasi, you said that. Blasi, you said that on one of these first episodes we ever did. You say we just gonna do truth and facts and keep it real, and we've done that every episode, and that's why this show keeps growing. We don't do nothing. We ain't gonna go up here and, you know, get the symbols on our hands and do the monkey dance. We don't do that. We just keep it real and do what we do and keep facts and real life stuff. Tell it how we would really tell it if it was our buddy at a bar and we weren't recording it to thousands of people to watch.
You're dang right, buddy. I mean, that's exactly why we're going to keep doing this. I mean, we're going to lay it out so people can make their own decisions, so they can play it out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we do. I mean, sometimes we get boring. I agree. We'll get off into something. We're not spring chickens. We talk about some stuff. You know, we may talk about pickles for a whole show. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like,
probably will.
And it may not be the most exciting thing. Like I know last week we had Rainey ran out on us where we get diving off into fantasy football. It was not her jam, and I get it. But you know, for some people, but it's still real stuff. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna keep bouncing around, doing whatever we do, and then, you know, we're gonna get a little strange over here at LeBoogarage sometimes too. You know?
Yeah. Well, and it's like, you know, I do the country thing. I got my hee-haw shirt on. You know, I love country, but I love all types of music. So when people throw questions and stuff, throw us something else. If you don't want to hear me talk about country little tidbits that I know about country music, throw me a band and see if I know about them. Throw us an act, throw us a something, and let us talk about it. We'll talk about anything. And
JR do a deep dive on. He'll do a deep dive on Slipknot if you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or I'll get somebody who can.
Yeah. Megan is right. You can't please everyone. You just have to have fun.
That's right.
Wait, did
Morgan.
I call her Megan?
Megan, you damn sure. I thought you did as a joke, Megan.
Damn you, JR. Now your name's Megan, Morgan. Whenever you come on, we're just going to call you Megan.
I'm an influencer. What can I say? I influence people. What can I say? Thank you, Morgan. You know I didn't mean it.
I love it. I love it. Well, boys, Boog, what a joy. This is not that. I mean, I don't think we really got to completely dive into the Boogalicious groove tonight, but
we just tickled the top.
There's more times we can.
Plenty more times. This is just getting started. Just the tip.
I do want to thank y'all for letting me come on y'all's show tonight. This is something I've thought about for a long time. I didn't know if I should be doing this or if I could do it, but I'm in now, and I feel like I'll be here more often with y'all, and I think I would like to reach out to everybody and get more people involved. So I'm going to do my part and see if I can get some people in here, all right?
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm glad to finally meet you, Boog, and I hope you come on next week and any week you want to jump on, buddy. You got an open seat over there.
I'm going to try to be here every Thursday if I can and whatever.
Hey, he got his cherry pop tonight, folks. This was it. He was looking for really getting in here.
I was a little nervous, I was.
And it's like, dude, what are you nervous about? Like, we come over and hang out in your garage, and you're the star of the show. We have a great night. It's the same thing. Hey, and now you realize it is. You realize it's exactly what it is now. It's just us hanging out.
And I think it's very comfortable and fun, and I think it's good fun and it's positive energy that you're trying to put out. And the more you're trying to make someone smile and laugh about something, I feel like you're doing good.
He's got a Farrah Fawcett shirt on too. Y'all can't see it.
You stand up.
I left my Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, let us see that.
I love it.
Yeah, I can see it.
I love it.
I left my Farrah Fawcett cup at the house. Yeah, that's where we have a mutual deal there. Yeah, we're big Farrah Fawcett.
We even got a new cat. We just named Farrah.
Do you smell her hair?
Yes.
I had to.
I mean, can you imagine what Farrah's hair smells like? I got to dream about that tonight. We'll see.
That's make me think. My favorite from that era, I was a Heather Thomas guy from Fall Guy. That was mine. Heather Thomas on the Fall Guy, buddy.
That's good. That's good.
That's high cotton right there, buddy. Hey, I see Widespread MF and Panic put do you know about Ministry, JR? I do know about Ministry, but I'm more of a Sepultura Halloween guy when I get into that genre. That's more my speed there.
Yes. See, and you and I haven't even gone down that road yet, JR, but you know I want to. You know I want to.
I don't really listen to heavy music anymore, and it's probably one of my less knowledgeable about is the heavier rock stuff, but I like it in certain. I always tell people music is the soundtrack to your life. I like all kinds of stuff. It depends on what I'm doing is what music's going on in the background. When you watch a movie, it's not just a song through the whole thing. They change the song, they change the genre for different scenes and settings. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I like all kinds of stuff.
I do know one thing. I do know one thing that 311 had a lyric back in the day that music is what I need to keep my sanity, and that's how I feel. So I spend my times rapping and rhyming in the garage, doing my thing, riding around, LeBoogaraging with my friends and family and all the people that want to be around. We rap and rhyme and try to make it sound not like a clown.
Boom.
Love it.
That was a quick.
Boom.
I can get better, but there's no beat. I don't really feel it yet. You gotta get in that whole thing.
It's early too.
We'll get there. Boog.
I do want to thank you again.
We're gonna be freestyling when we get off this.
You
I can
are.
promise you. This is gonna be a freestyle era.
100% about to say so. Everybody that doesn't know this, and even JR doesn't know this, but Boog, Blasi, and myself are in a group text called Rock Stars that we have been in for quite a while. And we send each other music all the time. And Boog will start spinning. And he'll send us 15, 20 songs. A lot of times Boog doesn't start till late, maybe 11 o'clock or so.
Oh, yeah.
This old boy's already in bed. But it is the playlist that starts my next day. I wake up and I have like 14 texts from 14 songs. And I'm like, hell yes, I got a new playlist to play today. And it's Boog, and I have my own playlist on Spotify. Like, Boog made me move over to Spotify. He didn't make me do it. I wanted to be a part of Spotify simply because I get Boog songs that he shares, and when I get a text, I can just literally press. If I'm sitting out here in the studio, I just press it, and bam, it's on the house speakers in here at concert level, and that's the way I like to operate. And you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, the song of the day for me, and to wrap this podcast up, a song I've been just jamming lately. I love some Chuck Berry. I've been really into Chuck Berry and Fats Domino lately, and Jerry Lee Lewis. I've been listening to a lot of that lately. A lot of world music, too. I don't just stick with America. I like world music from the 50s and 60s, French stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a song that the great Chuck Berry wrote. It's called Promised Land, and he wrote it by himself, Promised Land. That's where we're taking this show, is to the promised land, and tell the folks back home the po' boy's on the line. And so y'all go check out. And I always thought Delbert McClinton wrote that, but apparently Delbert McClinton was a big Chuck Berry fan, as most people are, because he used "Poor Boy" in about 20 songs of his. And I'm like, I bet he heard that on a Chuck Berry record, and he always liked that lick and lyric. Boom.
That's
Booyah.
Twice tonight that
That's
JR
awesome.
has dropped some damn knowledge on
He's
us.
got it.
Oh, he's
I love
full
it.
of it, dude. Full of it. He's a
Freaking
damn
music
bank of that
industry,
stuff.
baby.
Hey, and I tell you this too: if you go listen to some Chuck Berry music tonight, and there's one on one of his albums called San Francisco Blues. I believe he's got a song called
right
"Oh Louisiana." He's got a song called "Oh Louisiana." You being from Louisiana, Boog, you're gonna love that one, "Oh Louisiana." And then down on that album, about track number 8 or 9 is one called "Poem" or "Dream." It's a poem he wrote, but it's got a little melodic music behind it as he tells this dream of mine. Man, it's beautiful. Chuck Berry was a damn master. He don't get enough credit now. Chuck Berry was the man. Fats Domino, too. Fats Domino, Chuck Berry. That's rock and roll, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
I know what we're starting with tonight, Boog.
That's
I
right.
know what we're starting
I
with.
will get that queued up.
Yes, you will. Boys, what a night. What a night. Thank you for joining us, Boog. Blasi, great job.
Tigs wigs in the house.
Yes, sir. We will see y'all next week.